Love is the most powerful force humanity has ever known. It cannot be measured by money, explained by logic, or controlled by time. It arrives unexpectedly, changes the way we think, and leaves behind lessons that shape who we become. Whether it is the warmth of a mother's embrace, the unwavering support of a loyal friend, the excitement of a new romance, or the quiet strength of self-love, every form of love has the power to transform an ordinary life into an extraordinary journey. Yet love remains one of life's greatest mysteries. Some people spend years searching for it, while others fail to recognize it even when it stands right before them. Some experience love that heals old wounds, while others carry the scars of broken hearts. The truth is that love itself is neither the hero nor the villain. It is simply a mirror that reflects our deepest hopes, fears, strengths, and vulnerabilities. In today's fast-moving world, people often confuse attention with affection, attraction with commitment, and temporary excitement with genuine love. Social media has made it easier than ever to connect with thousands of people, but harder to build one meaningful connection. We chase perfection in others, while forgetting that the strongest relationships are built not by perfect people, but by imperfect people who choose each other every single day. Love is not only about finding someone who makes your heart race. It is about discovering someone who helps your soul grow. It is about learning patience when emotions run high, offering forgiveness when mistakes are made, and standing together when life becomes uncertain. Real love is tested not during beautiful moments, but during difficult ones. Anyone can stay when life is easy. True love remains when storms arrive. But before we can truly love another person, we must first understand ourselves. Every relationship we create is influenced by our beliefs, childhood experiences, emotional habits, and expectations. Many people believe their happiness depends entirely on someone else, only to realize later that no relationship can heal the emptiness created by ignoring themselves. Self-love is not selfish. It is the foundation upon which every healthy relationship is built. Imagine love as a medicine. One small dose of kindness can heal a wounded heart. One honest conversation can save a relationship. One act of forgiveness can erase years of resentment. One moment of understanding can change someone's life forever. That is why this journey is called Love Dose, because every chapter offers another dose of wisdom, compassion, courage, and emotional strength that nourishes the heart and mind. Throughout this journey, you will discover that love is not merely an emotion. It is a choice. It is a decision repeated every morning, every challenge, and every season of life. It requires trust when fear whispers doubt. It demands honesty when lies seem easier. It asks for patience when frustration takes control. Most importantly, it teaches us that giving love often becomes the greatest way of receiving it. This is not a story about perfect relationships or fairy tale endings. It is a guide to understanding the reality of human connection, the joy, the heartbreak, the healing, and the hope that make love one of life's greatest adventures. Every chapter explores different dimensions of love, from the thrilling first spark of attraction to the deeper bonds that survive life's toughest challenges. As you turn these pages, allow yourself to reflect on your own experiences. Think about the people who changed your life, the lessons hidden inside every goodbye, the courage it took to forgive, and the strength you discovered after every heartbreak. You may realize that every experience, whether joyful or painful, was preparing you to understand love more deeply. Love is not something reserved for a lucky few. It is a language every heart can learn, a gift every soul can share, and a journey that never truly ends. The greatest love story you will ever experience is not only the one you share with another person, it is also the one you build with yourself. Welcome to Love Dose, a journey where every page offers a new perspective, every lesson strengthens the heart, and every chapter reminds you that the most extraordinary relationships begin with ordinary moments filled with sincerity, compassion, and courage. Chapter 1. The First Spark of Love. Love rarely announces its arrival. It does not knock on the door or ask for permission before entering our lives. Instead, it appears quietly, disguised as a smile that lingers in our memory, a conversation that feels effortless, or a single moment that unexpectedly changes the direction of our hearts. The first spark of love is often so gentle that we fail to notice its true power until it has already become part of who we are. Many people believe love begins with physical attraction. While attraction may ignite curiosity, genuine love is born from something much deeper. It begins when two people feel understood without having to explain every emotion. It grows when silence becomes comfortable instead of awkward. It flourishes when trust slowly replaces fear. Every person carries an invisible story. Some stories are filled with laughter, while others are marked by disappointment and pain. When two people meet, they are not simply introducing themselves. They are bringing together years of memories, dreams, insecurities, and hopes. Love begins when someone chooses to understand those hidden stories instead of judging them. The excitement of new love often feels magical. Simple messages become meaningful. Time seems to move faster when you're together and slower when you're apart. Ordinary places suddenly become unforgettable because they are connected to special memories. A familiar song can remind you of a single conversation, and even the smallest gesture can brighten an entire day. But the true beauty of early love is not found in grand romantic moments. It is found in everyday kindness. It is remembering someone's favorite drink without being asked. It is listening with full attention instead of waiting for your turn to speak. It is noticing when someone is tired, worried, or pretending to smile while hiding their pain. These small acts create emotional safety. They tell another person, "You matter, I see you, I care about you." Love grows strongest in places where people feel accepted exactly as they are. However, the beginning of love is also the beginning of vulnerability. Opening your heart means accepting the possibility of disappointment. Many people avoid love because they fear rejection or heartbreak. Yet avoiding love also means avoiding one of life's greatest opportunities for growth. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is choosing to care despite knowing that nothing in life is guaranteed. Every meaningful relationship requires this courage. Without vulnerability, love remains shallow. With vulnerability, love becomes real. Communication is another foundation of every healthy relationship. In the early stages of love, people often try to impress each other by hiding their flaws. They present only the best version of themselves, believing perfection will create lasting attraction. Ironically, authenticity creates lasting attraction. Ironically, authenticity creates stronger relationships than perfection ever can. Real connection happens when people feel free to admit their mistakes, share their dreams, express their fears, and reveal their imperfections. Trust grows every time honesty is chosen over appearance. Another important lesson is understanding the difference between attachment and love. Attachment says, "I need you to complete me." Love says, "I appreciate you, but I remain whole as an individual." Healthy relationships are built by two complete people who choose to walk together, not by two incomplete people expecting each other to fix every emotional wound. The first spark of love also teaches patience. Strong relationships are not created overnight. Just as a tree takes years to grow deep roots before producing abundant fruit, love requires time to develop emotional depth. Rushing commitment often leads to misunderstanding, while allowing love to mature naturally builds stability. Respect is another invisible ingredient that determines whether love survives. Respect means valuing another person's opinions even during disagreement. It means supporting their ambitions instead of competing with them. It means celebrating their success without jealousy and standing beside them during failure without judgment. No relationship is free from misunderstanding. Differences in personality, communication style, and life experiences naturally create moments of conflict. The goal is not to eliminate disagreement, but to learn how to disagree without destroying respect. Mature love focuses on solving problems instead of winning arguments. One of the greatest mistakes people make is expecting constant happiness. Every relationship experiences seasons. There are moments of excitement, moments of routine, moments of uncertainty, and moments of extraordinary joy. Love is not measured by how often people smile together, but by how faithfully they support each other during difficult times. The first spark eventually transforms into something deeper. Butterflies become comfort, excitement becomes stability, curiosity becomes understanding, attraction becomes commitment. What once felt like an emotional rush slowly evolves into quiet confidence. This transformation is not a loss of romance. It is the birth of real love. Real love does not disappear when beauty fades, when careers become stressful, or when unexpected challenges appear. Instead, it becomes stronger because it is rooted in character rather than circumstances. Every meaningful relationship begins with a simple choice: to care sincerely about another human being. Everything that follows, trust, commitment, forgiveness, growth, and lifelong companionship, is built upon that first decision. The first spark of love may last only a moment, but its influence can shape an entire lifetime. It reminds us that the greatest journeys often begin with the smallest moments, and the strongest relationships are built not on perfect beginnings, but on consistent acts of kindness, honesty, patience, and unwavering respect. Chapter 2. The Science and Psychology of Love. Love is often described as magic, destiny, or fate. Poets write about it, musicians sing about it, and artists spend their lives trying to capture its beauty. Yet beneath every romantic story lies a fascinating combination of biology, psychology, emotions, and conscious choices. Love is not only something we feel, it is also something our minds and bodies create together. The moment we meet someone who captures our attention, our brain begins an extraordinary process. Thoughts become more focused on that person. Their smile stays in our memory. Their voice echoes in our minds long after the conversation ends. Even ordinary moments begin to feel extraordinary because our emotions assign new meaning to them. But while chemistry may create attraction, chemistry alone cannot sustain a relationship. Attraction starts the story. Character determines how the story ends. One of the most important psychological needs every human being shares is the desire to feel understood. People do not simply fall in love with beauty or intelligence. They fall in love with someone who makes them feel accepted. When a person listens without judgment, offers comfort during difficult times, and celebrates our victories as if they were their own, our emotional bond grows stronger. Feeling emotionally safe is one of the greatest gifts we can give another person. Trust is the invisible bridge connecting two hearts. It is built slowly through honesty, consistency, and reliability. Every promise kept strengthens that bridge. Every lie weakens it. Once trust is broken, rebuilding it requires patience, humility, and genuine effort. Many relationships fail not because love disappears, but because trust slowly fades. Psychologists often explain that every person carries emotional patterns developed during childhood. The way we were loved, comforted, or neglected influences how we behave in adult relationships. Some people become naturally trusting, while others struggle with fear of abandonment. Some express affection openly, while others protect themselves by hiding their emotions. Understanding these emotional patterns allows couples to replace judgment with compassion. Instead of asking, "Why are you acting this way?" we begin asking, "What experiences made you feel this way?" That single shift in perspective changes everything. Communication is another pillar of lasting love. Many people believe talking more automatically improves relationships. In reality, effective communication depends more on listening than speaking. Listening is not simply hearing words, it means paying attention to emotions. Sometimes people do not need advice. Sometimes they simply need someone willing to understand. A relationship becomes stronger when both partners feel emotionally heard. Conflict is another misunderstood part of love. Many believe healthy couples never argue. The truth is exactly the opposite. Every meaningful relationship experiences disagreement. Different opinions are natural because every person has unique experiences, beliefs, and personalities. The healthiest couples are not those who avoid conflict. They are the ones who learn to solve conflict with respect. Instead of attacking each other, they attack the problem together. Instead of searching for someone to blame, they search for solutions. Instead of speaking from anger, they speak from understanding. This approach transforms disagreements into opportunities for growth. Forgiveness is another psychological strength that separates lasting relationships from temporary ones. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting mistakes. It means refusing to allow past pain to control the future. Holding on to resentment is like carrying a heavy stone every day. Eventually, it exhausts the person carrying it more than the person who caused the pain. Forgiveness is freedom, not only for the other person, but for ourselves. Self-love also plays an essential role in healthy relationships. Many people enter relationships believing another person will heal every insecurity they carry, but no partner can permanently provide what we refuse to build within ourselves: confidence, peace, purpose, self-respect. These qualities grow from within. A relationship should add happiness to your life, not become the only source of it. When two emotionally healthy individuals choose each other, love becomes a partnership instead of emotional dependence. Another fascinating aspect of love is growth. The people we love influence who we become. Supportive relationships encourage courage. Toxic relationships create fear. Healthy love inspires people to pursue dreams, overcome weaknesses, and become better versions of themselves. Real love never asks someone to shrink their potential. It encourages them to grow beyond their limitations. Time also changes love. The excitement of early romance eventually becomes quiet companionship. Long conversations become comfortable silence. Constant surprises become dependable routines. Some mistake this change for losing love. In reality, love has simply matured. Like a mighty tree, relationships develop deeper roots over time. Storms no longer threaten them because they have learned how to stand together. Gratitude is another overlooked ingredient. People often focus on what their partner forgot to do while ignoring everything they consistently do. Write a simple "Thank you," "I appreciate you," "I'm proud of you." These small words nourish relationships more than expensive gifts ever can. Everyone wants to feel valued. Love grows where appreciation lives. Perhaps the greatest psychological truth about love is this: love is not something that simply happens to us. It is something we practice every day. Every act of patience strengthens it. Every honest conversation deepens it. Every sacrifice protects it. Every moment of kindness keeps it alive. Feelings may introduce two people. Choices determine whether they stay together. When emotion fades for a season, as it sometimes does, commitment continues carrying the relationship forward. That is why lasting love is never built on emotion alone. It is built on respect, trust, communication, forgiveness, growth, and the daily decision to choose each other again and again. Love may begin inside the heart, but it survives because of the choices made by the mind. Those who understand both the emotion and the psychology of love discover something remarkable. The strongest relationships are never perfect. They are simply built by two imperfect people who never stop learning, growing, forgiving, and believing in each other. Chapter 3. Building a love that lasts a lifetime. The beginning of love is exciting, but its true beauty is revealed only with time. Anyone can experience the thrill of a new relationship, yet only a few discover the secret of keeping love alive through changing seasons, unexpected hardships, and the ordinary routines of everyday life. Lasting love is not built in a single magical moment. It is built through thousands of small decisions made over many years. A strong relationship is like a house. Admiration may lay the first brick, attraction may decorate the walls, and romance may paint the rooms. But without a solid foundation of trust, respect, honesty, and commitment, even the most beautiful house cannot survive life's storms. One of the greatest myths about love is that finding the perfect person guarantees lifelong happiness. In reality, perfect people do not exist. Every person has flaws, fears, strengths, and weaknesses. Lasting love begins when two imperfect people stop searching for perfection and start appreciating each other's humanity. Acceptance does not mean ignoring harmful behavior. It means recognizing that everyone is a work in progress. Instead of demanding impossible standards, healthy couples encourage each other to become better without making each other feel inadequate. Respect is the heartbeat of every enduring relationship. Love may create emotional closeness, but respect keeps that closeness alive. Respect means listening even when opinions differ. It means valuing each other's dreams, protecting each other's dignity, and speaking with kindness, even during moments of disagreement. Words have incredible power. A few careless sentences spoken in anger can leave emotional wounds that last for years. Likewise, a few sincere words of encouragement can restore confidence and hope. Every conversation is an opportunity to strengthen love or weaken it. Choosing gentle words is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to protect a relationship. Life constantly changes, careers evolve, families grow, responsibilities increase, and unexpected challenges appear without warning. Couples who survive these changes understand that flexibility is more valuable than control. They adapt together instead of growing apart. There will be seasons when one partner feels stronger than the other. During those moments, love becomes less about equality and more about support. Sometimes one person carries more of the emotional weight while the other heals. Later, their roles may reverse. Healthy relationships are not competitions. They are partnerships built on mutual care. Forgiveness remains one of love's greatest strengths. Every relationship experiences mistakes because every human being is imperfect. Holding on to resentment slowly poisons even the strongest bond. Forgiveness does not erase accountability, nor does it excuse repeated harm. Instead, it creates the possibility of healing where genuine change exists. Gratitude is another secret often overlooked. Over time, people sometimes begin noticing only what is missing while forgetting everything they already have. Appreciation changes that perspective. Saying thank you, recognizing effort, and celebrating small victories remind both partners that they are valued. Gratitude transforms ordinary moments into meaningful memories. True love also protects individuality. Being deeply connected does not require losing your identity. Healthy couples encourage personal growth, friendships, hobbies, and dreams. They understand that two fulfilled individuals create a stronger relationship than two people who depend entirely on each other for happiness. Trust deserves constant attention because it is earned slowly but can disappear quickly. Trust grows through consistency, keeping promises, being honest, respecting boundaries, and remaining loyal during difficult times create emotional security. Once trust becomes strong, love feels peaceful rather than uncertain. Patience is equally important. Growth rarely happens overnight. People change gradually through experience, reflection, and encouragement. Expecting instant transformation often creates disappointment. Supporting steady improvement creates lasting change. No relationship remains exciting every single day. Some days are extraordinary, while others feel wonderfully ordinary. Long-lasting love learns to appreciate both. Sharing dinner after a tiring day, laughing over simple jokes, taking quiet walks together, or sitting in comfortable silence are often the moments people remember most years later. Love is not measured only by grand romantic gestures. It is measured by everyday faithfulness. Choosing kindness when frustration appears, choosing honesty when deception seems easier, choosing understanding instead of assumptions, choosing togetherness when life becomes complicated. These repeated choices slowly create an unbreakable bond. Difficult seasons will inevitably arrive. Financial struggles, illness, personal loss, disappointment, and uncertainty test every relationship. During such moments, love is no longer simply a feeling, it becomes a commitment. It becomes the promise to remain present even when circumstances are painful. Storms reveal the true strength of relationships. Those built only on attraction often collapse. Those built on trust, respect, friendship, and shared values become even stronger. Perhaps the greatest lesson of lifelong love is this: love is never finished. It continues growing every day. Every challenge teaches patience. Every success deepens gratitude. Every sacrifice strengthens commitment. Every shared experience creates another chapter in a story written together. As years pass, appearances may change, careers may shift, and dreams may evolve. But genuine love continues because it is rooted in character rather than circumstances. It becomes less about excitement and more about peace, less about proving affection and more about quietly living it. In the end, the greatest relationships are not remembered because they were flawless. They are remembered because two people refused to stop believing in each other. They chose forgiveness over pride, understanding over judgment, commitment over convenience, hope over fear, and love over everything else. That is the true meaning of love dose. Love is not a miracle reserved for a fortunate few. It is a daily practice, a conscious decision, a lifelong journey. And with every sincere act of kindness, every honest conversation, every sacrifice, and every moment of unwavering faith, another beautiful dose of love is added to the heart, creating a relationship capable of lasting not just for a season, but for a lifetime. Powerful conclusion: the endless dose of love. As this journey comes to an end, one truth becomes beautifully clear. Love is not a destination. It is a lifelong journey of learning, growing, giving, and becoming. It is not measured by the number of romantic words spoken or expensive gifts exchanged. Instead, it is measured by the quiet moments of loyalty, the courage to forgive, the strength to stay during difficult times, and the willingness to choose one another every single day. Throughout life, you will meet many people. Some will enter your life to teach you lessons, some will stay for a season, and a few will remain forever. Every relationship, whether it ends in joy or heartbreak, leaves behind a gift. Some gifts are memories, some are wisdom, and others are the strength you never knew you possessed. Never fear loving deeply simply because you fear losing someone. A heart that has truly loved is always richer than a heart that has never opened itself. Pain may leave scars, but those scars often become reminders of your ability to heal, forgive, and love again. Remember that genuine love begins within. The way you speak to yourself, respect yourself, and care for your own dreams becomes the standard for every relationship you build. When your heart is full of self-respect and inner peace, you stop chasing people who cannot value you. Instead, you naturally attract relationships built on mutual respect, trust, and understanding. Love is not about changing someone into the person you want them to be. It is about inspiring each other to become the best versions of yourselves while accepting each other's imperfections. Two people walking side by side, encouraging one another through every victory and every setback, create a bond that no challenge can easily break. There will be days when life feels heavy, responsibilities will increase, dreams may change, unexpected storms will arrive. During those moments, remember that love is not the absence of problems, it is the strength to face those problems together. Choose kindness over ego. Choose patience over anger. Choose honesty over comfort. Choose forgiveness over resentment. Choose hope over fear. These simple choices, repeated consistently, become the foundation of extraordinary relationships. The world often teaches us to chase success, wealth, and recognition. While these achievements have value, none of them can replace the warmth of genuine human connection. At the end of life, people rarely remember how much money they earned or how many awards they received. They remember the people who stood beside them, believed in them, and loved them without conditions. That is the greatest gift love offers, not perfection, but belonging, not certainty, but courage, not endless excitement, but lasting peace. The most beautiful love story is never written in a single unforgettable moment. It is written in thousands of ordinary moments filled with care, compassion, trust, laughter, sacrifice, and unwavering commitment. Every smile shared, every tear wiped away, every promise kept, every hand held during difficult times, every "I'm here for you." These are the pages that create a love story worth remembering. So, as you close this book, don't simply search for someone who loves you. Become someone who knows how to love. Lead with compassion, listen with patience, speak with honesty, forgive with grace. and never stop growing. Because every act of genuine love, no matter how small, is another love dose that has the power to heal hearts, strengthen souls, and change lives forever. Love is not found by chance, it is created by choice, and every new day gives you another opportunity to choose it.